Welcome to the eCave. In this episode, I'll be looking at a security alarm from a friend. Apparently, he's had it for a few years and it's now dead. So he wants to see if it can be resurrected before going to the e-waste. So if you're interested in that, please stay. Well, thanks for staying. This security alarm is one of these Chinese mass-produced GSM and Wi-Fi alarms you can buy. The benefit it provides is the fact that all the sensors are wireless, so you don't have to put any wires. This thing is supposed to have a GSM card in there, and actually it does. However, when you put a SIM card in there, it doesn't work, or that's what my friend experienced the first time he put it into action. The problem with a lot of these devices you buy on eBay that say GSM, you can contact them via GSM, just put a GSM SIM card into it, is that they never tell you whether it's GSM 2, GSM 3, GSM 4, or now GSM 5. Trust me, if it says GSM and doesn't specify what technology level of GSM, don't buy it. For the simple reason that GSM 2 has been killed off in Australia a few years ago. GSM 3 is just about to be turned off in a few months. So any SIM cards that go into this, which are GSM 4 or 5, simply won't work. So if you're interested in buying something on eBay with a GSM card and promises of remote access, make sure that it specifies GSM 4 or GSM 5. If not, you can contact the seller to validate that. But if it only says GSM in the description, then stay away. It's not worth it. Even I've been burnt in this because I ordered online a remote switch to turn something off and on, and supposedly it had a SIM card, so I could put a SIM card into it, but I didn't realize it only said GSM on the advert for it. So it turns out it only supported GSM 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. And then I realized why it was so cheap. There were other versions of it, about 3 to 4 times the price, and they happily specified GSM 4. So be warned. However, let's put this on the bench and see what happens when I try to turn it on. Here it is on the bench. And I'll show you first what happens when I plug it into power to charge the battery. Might help turning it the right way. As you can see, it sort of powers on and then dies again. And based on my USB voltmeter, it's not drawing any current. Let's try that again. It flashes on, but dies straight away. So I think it's time we open it up and have a look inside. As far as I can see, there's only one place with screws here at the end. There's a screw here and a screw here, so let's get them out. They're tiny screws. I don't want to lose them. Let me see, put them down here. And this one. Now we have to pry it open, so to speak. That's a good question. Where do you begin? No idea. It probably has some latches, plastic latches. Maybe if I get another one of these. Let's see. I should have a couple of these. Oh, there we are. Easy as, especially with the right tooling. That's on that side. Let's see if we can continue. Yep. Plastic latches. There we are. And we have a speaker here and a motherboard and a battery. I'm assuming the battery is dead, so let's disconnect the battery. Of course, it refuses to come out. Probably need a bit better grip on it. I normally don't like pulling these cables, so because they can easily come out. Let me see if I can use something like that. That's better. So here it is in all its glory. And there's a battery there as well for backup. But this is what I suspect is the main culprit. I'm guessing it's pretty dead. So let's check that. I'll bring my voltmeter here within view and we'll just check if we see anything on this battery. Well, it looks like the battery is pretty dead. 0.08 volt, which is, yeah, it's seen better days. Now, a new battery. So let me pry this one off before I go and try to find another battery. I might have to order one in. Let me see. It's glued in place. Hopefully it comes off easy. Gently. There we are. Yeah, typical double-sided tape. It's probably can stay. So now I'll just have to find another battery. Well, I'm back, so with another battery and spare cell, coin cell. So we are in business. Let me open this one up first. And we'll compare to the other one. As you can see, they look fairly similar, hopefully enough similar, same voltage and same 500 milliamp hours. And I guess the polarity is the same. Let me first put it here. Just reuse that, and I'll measure here again. We'll measure this. See if we get something more here on the new one versus the old one. Now I haven't charged it, so that remains to be done, but hopefully we'll get more life. Wow, 387. Now we're in business. So I'm assuming this should fit like the other one. So, with the same polarity. See if I can plug it in here. It's going to be difficult. These small connectors can be a bit of a pain to engage if they're not engaged in the right way. See if I can help to insert it using this. Hang on, maybe I'm doing it all wrong. Yes, it does help if you put it the right way. So it goes in like this. I guess then it should be a breeze. There we are. Now I'm gonna get this thing, this wire, the antenna seems to have gone a bit astray. Put it back there. This needs to go back into the speaker grill, but I am going to replace the battery. It's been in operation, I gather, for a few years, so a new battery that would not go amiss. There we are. Now all I have to do is put the speaker grill back. Into where it's supposed to be. Like that. And we can see if we can close this thing up. And it comes alive straight away. Now, yep, apparently you have to latch it on the far end here. And then push it to the end where the screws are. It all snaps together. Yep, it's working fine. Let me put the screws in. I hate these tiny screws. The screwdriver has to have some magnet in it to keep them, otherwise they disappear, and if they fall on the floor, it's game over. Although I've mounted a magnet on a stick in those cases, and I pan the stick across the floor, and it has helped me many times to find these metal screws. So it's still working. So let's plug it in and see if it charges. Oh yes. You can see the battery lights. Yeah, it is charging. That connector is a bit sad. I'm not going to replace that. But this is enough for now. It should work again, hopefully. Another thing saved from the e-waste. Should be functional, so I'll give it back to my friend. Brilliant. Thank you.